Hey Ketosis Mom followers and Amazon shoppers, welcome to our Friday night stream. We go live on Fridays every Friday, or we try to, at 7:30 Eastern PM. I'm Jen. You're going to see Joe here in just a second as well. Tonight we decided to go over some of our top picks for stocking stuffers. So we're going to show you that everything that we're picking tonight does in fact fit into those normal size stockings, just so that you can see and make sure that they'll go in there. I know that it's hard when you're shopping sometimes to figure out, is that going to fit into the stocking or not? So we want to make sure that we show you that as we go along tonight. I like to start always right here in my storefront. You can tap follow on the live tonight. You can also tap follow in this storefront if you wish. You can get here by going to amazon.com/shop/ketosismom. There might also be a QR code that you can scan if you are watching from a television to easily get there to shop with us. You can also shop from your TV. Woo. So welcome to tonight's stream. I'm going to go ahead and go over so that you guys can see Joe as well. Say hello, Joe. Hello. So we are going to get started tonight first by letting everyone know that we are a sponsored stream tonight. We are sponsored this evening by Little Giggles. These are cough, cold and throat, and also sleepy time snooze suckers that I have right here in front of you right now. So you're looking at our very first three items. Let me go over here where you guys can
Little Giggles.
I said Little Giggles.
Yeah, Little Giggles.
Excuse me, Little Giggles. So we use these at our house. What's also really great about these is I'm going to grab this one and show you all while you're looking at them. They can fit down into a normal size stocking, which makes them a stocking stuffer. So we use the cough probably the most. We've started needing that cough, cold, and throat just recently because we've got two sick kiddos upstairs right now that just went to the doctor yesterday. What's funny about these is they will ask for these. If we tell them that it's time for cough medicine or they're coughing, they will specifically ask for these suckers, which is not normally the case. I'm going to go over to Joe so you can see him as well, which is not normally the case when you think about medicine with kids, which is why Joe and I like these. Our kids, our youngest, she begs for these.
She asks for certain flavors, yes.
She does. She asks for certain flavors. And then now also, let me go back over here. Since my oldest, they thought she had strep throat. She doesn't. They tested her. But she has a very sore throat. She has swollen tonsils. And so this is kind of the one that we transitioned to from the kids' cough over to her, just because she also has the sore throat going on as well. Let me go ahead and let me highlight that one just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Because we are sponsored this evening by Little Giggles, you can also get an extra 10% off by watching our live stream tonight. You should see something right down below that says go ahead and claim this promo code for yourself. Make sure that you tap that at any time during our live stream so that you get that additional savings on any of Little Giggles suckers, which they have a lot. So make sure that you look at everything that they have to offer. These first two so far have been our favorites. I will say what's interesting though is, let me cut over to here. This is the Sleepy Time Snooze from Little Giggles. And Joe and I are really funny. We don't want to give our kids anything with melatonin in it to try to get them to sleep. I'm just not really big on that. This does not have that in there. These are all homeopathic remedies. They have a coating on the outside of the sucker. Some of them also have medication inside the suckers as well.
So you will see like little white, looks like powder on the outside. You will see. It's supposed to be there.
It's supposed to be there.
They even have it on the wrapper that the medication will appear as a white film.
See?
Something to that extent
kind of
on
see
there.
It on there, and it says medicated lollipop. Let me flip it over because you might be able to see that a little better, just so that you guys see what it looks like. So just getting a couple of licks of these, they're already getting the dosage that they need to help them. What's great with these is we just had one pop up down here. Would you like a sucker? Yeah, of course. She's like, oh, yeah, I sure do. Come on over here. This is Miss Eiley, everybody. She just got home from gymnastics. This is my one that says, which color would you like today? That one? There you go, my love.
All right. It's time to go shower after gymnastics now.
She's the one that has a sore throat, so I'm giving her the kids' cough, cold, and throat. Take that upstairs with Gigi, please. Thank you. Which one? Bye.
Bye.
So she's willing to take those. She absolutely loves them. What's so nice about it is that it does help soothe her throat. It does help her stop from coughing. And for the sleep ones, they do not have melatonin in them, which is what I was trying to get at before she walked in down here. And so it supports a healthy sleep and awake cycle with these, which is really nice. And so Joe and I have really, really enjoyed this brand. So partnering with them was just kind of natural for us. So, hi.
Eiley, you gotta go to bed.
Thank you. Thank you for demonstrating for us.
Go take your bath. Go on.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into some of our other stocking stuffers. And again, all of these, so if you're a grandparent filling a stocking or you're sending stuff over to parents and you want to fill stuff like this, when I was kind of growing up, like from college all the way to now, my mom will fill stockings with things like this and medicines that we might need and batteries and all kinds of stuff. So if you have any parents that you're gifting to, these are everything that we're going over tonight also make really great gift options as well. We're just going over things that fit into stockings tonight. I'm going to let Joe go over the next item. This is also something that our kiddos love.
Welly bandages. And in fact, I've used them recently as well.
With the one running in the room right now.
No, with myself.
Do you need a cough sucker as well? Okay, come here.
Go by mommy.
Which one you want?
So we've got these in a couple of different kinds. We haven't opened this one yet. This got the unicorn on the front. The one that I needed for my knee the other night. It's kind of got like this tie-dye type theme to it. You can take a look at the top of each bin and it'll tell you, 24 count of this size, 24 count of this size in this one. One of the other versions we have had a couple of little like varying size of like kind of the rectangular bandages. Plus it had a couple of larger square ones for like if you scrape your knee or something like that. The kids love them because of the cool patterns, and it's nice to have them in a tin as opposed to a paper box. And then you can buy refills.
Because kids rip it open.
You can buy refills for the tins too.
Nice.
So that's really nice as well.
So for our kids, just so if you guys are gifting my kids call them bangers.
Bravery bandages.
Bandages. If you're gifting bandages, those do fit into a stocking. And what's really nice about it is that they are not going to be able to just rip it open and everything goes everywhere, which is something that with all of the cardboard box bandages that we end up having to get out something else to put them in. And so these little containers are really great. And my kids actually love bandages. They get really excited when they see these in anything. All right, the next item I will be going over, this is something that my oldest, that was in here first, picked out. This is a lip smacker set. It comes with 4 different flavors in here, and then it also comes with a lanyard. So it's getting to be kind of the dry season during winter. And so yes, of course, this does fit down in a normal size stocking so that you guys can see. But she's going to be wearing this lanyard to school so that she can keep up with her lip smackers. It comes with additional small little things down here in case this one breaks for some reason. But this is really just going to kind of help her with those dry, cracked lips that she keeps getting. And then that can actually become very painful for kids. So this is one of those gifts that I feel like it's fun, kids like it, they want to wear it, but then it's also helping them throughout the season as well. All right, next item is Joe.
To me for the wet brush detangler, princess brush.
Princess.
So these come in pretty much all the Disney princesses. This one here, we got Jasmine. Our kids have like 2 or 3 of these at least each.
We've got Tiana,
every time they would go to get their hair cut, if they saw these at the haircut place, they would want it. I think we have Ariel. I know we have Snow White upstairs. I think we have Belle. So just pretty much any Disney princess that you're looking for, they have it. And the kids love them because they think it's something special, for something for them. Obviously, it does still fit in the stocking. And
even the box that it comes in does as well, yes.
And the girls love it. And they'll say, well, I want to use this one this week or this one this day. And they'll kind of switch them out with what we have. So they're always looking forward to getting one of these.
I will also say what's really great about those brushes specifically is that they are for wet hair. You can also use them on dry hair. It really helps my kids like roll around and get all kinds of knots in their hair. It helps get those knots out. And usually about once a year anyway, you want to try to replace those brushes with kiddos and adults. And so placing a brush like that over into a stocking really is just a good idea. Now Wet Brush has not only just all the Disney princesses, they also have Spider-Man and Batman and Harry Potter. We've shown Harry Potter, the whole set on here before. This is just something that I feel like, yes, it's again something that you're going to need as a parent, but it's also something you can put in a stocking that kids are going to be excited about as well. Another item,
the Mermaid Tooth Fairy.
Here we go.
So if you didn't see our oldest smile,
she has no teeth.
She's lost all 4 front teeth, and so this little tooth fairy has been very busy. Other than wrapping it in kind of like a tissue and putting it under the pillow or putting it in a little purse, what's fun about this is there's a little pocket in the front that she'll put the tooth in. Sometimes it's a little hard to get it in there, and kind of fit it in there, but it's great. She loves it. She'll put it under her pillow, and it's fantastic for them because when they wake up in the morning, they go, "Oh my God, there's a dollar bill in here." Yep. They're pretty excited about that. So the kids love it. And they each have their own one. One, our oldest has blonde hair, our youngest has brown hair, and they got the dolls to kind of match them to go under their pillows.
Well, and as a parent, if you're putting this in a stocking for a child who's getting ready to lose teeth, for instance, then they get all excited about the tooth fairy starting to come. And also, it's so much easier to grab a doll like that from underneath a pillow to switch the money and the tooth out, as opposed to...
What are you talking about? The tooth fairy comes and gets the money.
I'm talking on behalf of the tooth fairy. The tooth fairy told me that getting under there and like searching for this tooth as opposed to going straight to the doll is much easier for her.
Mind you, we've have 2 kids, right?
Yes.
And you know why these are fun? Because sometimes your younger sibling or other sibling gets jealous of the fact that you have one of these, and then they steal it and the tooth so that you don't get your money in the morning, or your special prize, whatever the tooth fairy may leave. So yeah, we had to go on a hunt for the doll and the tooth because our younger one decided she was going to take it.
That was the second one who came in here. And if you guys noticed, because we gave the little giggles, cough, and throat sucker to the oldest one, you guys saw how quick my younger one came in here looking for her sucker, right? So medicated suckers, and they want them. So,
all right.
Okay. The next item I'm going to let Joe show you guys on a little bit larger screen because it can get kind of big. And I think you had to show that they go together, right?
I have 2 different ones. Okay. We have, they're not going to stick together like that, but right. We do have 2. One's got kind of a wintry theme, and the other's just kind of got some cool designs on it. They all kind of fold out on each other and make different shapes, and to kind of show you the inside of this one too.
Fidget toys.
Yeah, fidget toys.
These are really great for cars. Especially if you don't want kids on tablets. They're really great for any kind of timeout little area. Honestly, if I was still at work, I would probably need one of these at my desk to deal with stress.
I was trying to get this to go out into the Earth theme that they have on the outside, so I'll just kind of show it to you because I don't want to be spending a bunch of time. There's 2 different themes on
each one. Yeah.
But it's cool. It folds out into a globe. Which I might actually, I had it right there.
Look at that.
So that you can see kind of just like a globe. This is all facing the inside at the beginning. And then when you shift it back into a cube, it'll be back on the inside. But that's how you get the inside out. And it has a cool little picture. This one's a little different. Like I said, it has a snow theme. But the girls love them. They know which one's theirs. So, of course, if they can't find it, they'll let us know. And it keeps them busy for a while.
They want to know why we have their stuff and things down here is what it is.
All right. So next up on the list, I have it over here.
Is actually one of my favorites. So a lot of these things that we're going over, you might think, okay, that's for kids. That's my pillow.
It is. It's the Harry
you guys
Potter
know.
Kitsch satin pillow. Now, we have these in two different kinds. We have this one, which is, kind of the lighter one. It's got Hedwig on it with brooms and I don't know if
The
there's...
mail, like the letter on
letters,
it, right?
yeah. I think he has, he's got a letter in it, different sizes. It's pretty cool. And then there's a darker navy one that we have upstairs.
That has all the different houses.
That Jen's using right now. It's awesome. It's very soft and comfy. I'm surprised Jen hasn't taken this one upstairs to use it.
Because I have the navy one upstairs.
Yeah, but you're going to need this one too.
I am going to need that one. So what's really great about the Kitsch satin pillowcases that Joe was just holding up for you all, and I'll come back over to me while he's
switching up for the next one.
They're really great when you have skincare on. So the reason that I like all the Kitsch satin pillowcases is because I put all of my skincare and creams and all that kind of jazz on at night. I also put things in my hair. I don't want the things that are supposed to be soaking into my hair or soaking into my skin coming off on my pillowcase. And so when you have those satin pillowcases, that helps everything that you're wanting to stay on your skin and hair stay there. It also helps with the friction on your hair. You can tell that I did not sleep on the one last night because all my pillows were all messed up. And then I have all these little flyaways because normally when I sleep on that pillow, I don't have this kind of friction going on. My youngest also has the Malibu Barbie Kitsch satin pillowcase, and you saw how big the box was, so it fits right down into stockings. At my house, we typically will put like one or two kind of nicer, bigger things like what we're showing you guys in here, surrounded by kind of a lot of other little things. Joe and I only do stockings for each other typically, or that's all we're supposed to do for each other. And so we will put higher dollar items in our stockings, which is some of the things that we'll go over today with you all. The next item is one of my favorite items for kiddos. And if you're giving or you're making stockings, like you're a grandparent making stockings for multiple kiddos, you could get one of these sets and kind of split it up. So Joe's going to talk about it.
It's the Pete the Cat 12-book phonics set.
Yes.
So I'm just going to kind of show you each of the books that come with it. Our oldest was having a little trouble with reading, so we're trying to find different things that will help her out.
That get her excited, about reading.
Different types of books and different types of like flashcards, but both kids love Pete the Cat, and even the little one who can't read yet at all.
She tries.
She'll read it to herself just based on what she sees in the pictures, because I'll kind of show you there. I mean, they're really, if you haven't read Pete the Cat before, it's really, kind of cool illustrations. It's really meant for getting kids interested in reading. There's lots of colors, and, they can't get enough of it. We got scuba adventures, we got baseball, but the kids love them, and they'll want to read them at night, one before they go to bed. So even if they're not the ones reading it, you can start off by reading it to them, and then they'll want to be the ones that are able to read it to themselves at night. So very simple sentences, and they'll have like, this is book 4. It's a short O, so it tells you what the focus of the book is. And it's like, yes, very short sentences, something that, they can use when they're learning to read in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, or this one's Long I. So, you got different options for which books they want to learn with.
Well, and our daughter, we kept getting stuff home that she was having issues with the short U. She just wasn't getting it. And so these kind of sets like this, you can go look for books that are specific to whatever your child needs to be working on to try to work more with them on it at home as well. And that really does make a huge difference when they get back to school. If they're kind of getting it at home, somewhere where they're a little more comfortable and they can kind of work it out with you as a parent. And then also at school where they might be a little more nervous because they're around all their friends. They don't want to look silly because they don't know, things like that. But I could see like, whenever I'm a grandmother, I would probably buy sets like that if we have, like 3 or 4 grandkids, and then split it up between 3 or 4 grandkids so that everybody kind of gets one. And then I've only got to buy one thing, but then it's a piece for everything, right?
Or you can get the whole set. They're not that expensive.
I got the whole set, and I'm actually taking that. I'm the room parent at my oldest, well, both of my girls, but I'm putting one in each of the gift bags for the kids to take home so that they get a little book in their Christmas bag as well. So I love these. I think it's a great idea. Yep. All right, the next item 2 items actually that I'm going to go over these are both considered, it says on here that they're a top deal right now. And I feel like this is a little hard to see, so I'm going to come back over here. So this is something that I have seen everywhere. I mean, everywhere. This is the Advanced Snell, and I think is it Mucin? Or is it Mucin or Mucin? M-U-C-I-N. We're going to say Mucin. Power Essence, and so this says that it is 96% snail secretion filtrate. It's an essence that helps the skin to lose less moisture while keeping the skin smooth and healthy. So this is a Korean skincare. My grandmother, my father's mother, has really been into like the whole Korean skincare for a very long time. And so now that I'm seeing this kind of get big, I wanted to try it for myself. I also got this one, which is the kind of heavier cream. I'm going to show you guys on the close-up camera what these look like, just so that you know kind of what you're going to be getting, because they are not at all what I thought that they would look like. So I'm going to go over here on this screen. First, I'm going to show you guys this one, and I'm just going to do a little pump on my skin so that you guys can see it. Just a little bitty. See how that came out? I mean, you don't hardly need to push this at all, and it just kind of, I don't know, it's very, look at that. Wow. It's kind of crazy how it feels, if I'm being honest, but not in a bad way. I want to show you guys how this one looks as well. This is the one that is more the cream. I use this one at night. Look at that. Wow. I use this one at night, and I've been using it. See how it just kind of goes on like that, and it's kind of very snaily, right? It's very, very snaily. And you put this all over your skin. As you can see, it does not take much at all, obviously, to cover your entire face. You rub the essence in first, and then you continue on with any other kind of moisturizer. But you guys can see how shiny and glowy my whole hand looks now. Each morning that I get up, my face still looks glowy and kind of shiny and very hydrated and super, super moisturized after I use these products. So I get why they're so big right now. I've seen all the deals on these lately. I saw that they were a top deal today, and because I've recently bought these for gifts for people, and I also have them for myself, plus, yes, they both fit into a stocking. I wanted to put it on stocking stuffers for tonight because I've known this for years and years and years. Skincare is one of the top 3 least returned items. Most people will go ahead, even if it's not something that they typically use, and at least try it since they were gifted it. And a lot of times they stick with it after they've been gifted it because they really like it. The next item I'm going to have Joe go over with you guys because there's a little bit of a story with it.
Again, I'm going to do horrible with the name because I'll explain this in a minute. I'm going to try it, Le Labo. Probably horribly wrong. I'm just going to say that right now. But I will say one of the main reasons you probably want to get this from, a store like Amazon, is that, A, it is a stocking stuffer. It gets delivered to your door. In this case, it has small samples of each of these. And if you know anything about this perfume, it's strikingly expensive. So you want to make sure you're going to like
it first.
Yes. So you got 5 different ones that come in this box. And what's really cool is it tells you it's labeled in New York, what date it was labeled on, and who it was for, which I didn't know this. So, it's one of those things where, you get to personalize it as well. So she ended up liking one of them is called the Noir 29. Mm-hmm. Here's another reason why. It's probably better if you're a guy to go to Amazon to get something like this. Because I happen to be in New York City this week. And, I happened to go into a department store and get her a full-size bottle of the Noir. And here's why that was a bad idea. So for guys, you dread walking past that section of the department store where you have so many different smells coming at you at one time. It's the perfume department, the cologne department. It's awful.
It's a headache.
Everybody hates walking through it. But I did it because I was there, and my preference would very much be, you get a sample set from Amazon, and then you can order a larger bottle.
Yeah.
I just happened to do it because I thought it'd be sweet, while I was in New York. But definitely, if you're looking for a quick holiday gift, your wife or your significant other likes different types of scents, but you're not really sure which one she might like.
Yeah.
It's a sampling pack that, will work for them. And then once you know which ones they like, for the next holiday or birthday,
Valentine's
you
Day.
Can order, again, I stress, please order from Amazon. You don't want to have to do what I did and go through that store. But for this set, this is what led to getting that. So this purchase was a great purchase for Jen to allow me to know what gift to get her.
Well, and here's the other thing about sets like that. I got this set fully intending to really like the one that everyone else really likes right now, which is the Santal 33.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
It also has another 23, Rose 31, and the Matcha 26.
Now, the Matcha 26 is pretty nice too. This I have seen everywhere. I've seen it on TV, and I'm like, okay, I think it might be what Taylor Swift uses. I don't know. Don't quote me on this, but it has to be somebody like that everybody's like going gaga over this stuff, right? So I said, okay, there's a discovery set. I want to smell things before I buy it. And you're right. You spent way too much money on it. I'm just going to let you know.
And if I had spent that without getting the discovery set first and picked one of the ones that she didn't like, I'd be very upset.
I would be very upset as well because you just spent that kind of money on something I didn't like. So what's great about this is, yes, show them it fits in the stocking.
Yes, and it's worth buying this to avoid having to go to the perfume area of a department store.
I don't like perfume, so I get migraines really bad. So everybody that follows me on social media knows that I've got all kinds of issues. I've been on all kinds of medicines for the past year. It's hard for me to walk a lot of the times. It's very hard for me to walk far distances. And if I get stuck in the perfume area and I'm having trouble get out of there, then I just start getting angry, and then it's just the whole ordeal. So getting this sent to my house so that I can smell it, I can put one on each day, I can kind of walk around, see how I feel about it. That's, for me, what I like to do. I want to put something on, have the samples, make sure I wear it a few days to make sure that it's something that I want before you go buy the full thing. It's also just nice to gift people things like this to kind of set yourself up, like what you said, the next holiday. Because if you give this to somebody in a stocking and say, hey, I know that this is really hot right now. I want to put this in your stocking so that you can try them. Let me know which one you like. Then when Valentine's Day comes around, you already have what you're gifting them. You're just setting yourself up for success at that point. So, okay, that fits in a stocking. The very next item that I'm going to go over is the Grande Lash MD. Of course, this guy fits into my stocking. It comes in a box that's not much bigger than the tube itself. Voila, fits into a stocking. This is a lash enhancing serum, so it's really just a lash conditioner. So if you know someone who likes to condition their lashes or wants longer lashes or is talking about going and getting the fake lashes and all things like that, then this might be something good for them to try before they go on to that next step, because I know that a lot of times people will start, just with a mascara to try and lengthen their eyelashes. Then they'll move on into something like this before they go full blown into the big fake lashes that can be very damaging to your eyelashes. And so I stick with this personally. I got this a couple of, I think, Prime days ago, and I've still been using it ever since. I've been very, very happy with it. If anything, I feel like I don't have eyelashes that are falling out anymore. They are getting longer. If mine start getting longer and then they start hitting up here, I kind of have to lay off of it a little bit and then go back into using it. But this is a really nice stocking stuffer item. Joe likes his next item, probably the best out of the full lineup today.
But I thought you said temp spike and not lightning.
No, so I told you lightning.
No, you said temp spike.
Oh, so, my goodness.
Unfortunately, I have the temp spike too, which is awesome. But I don't have the actual lightning on hand, but I do have the box because I've been using the lightning upstairs.
You got it, okay.
So I do have the box. Thankfully, we keep the boxes
on
for a
deal
lot of
tonight.
things. But one of the things I will say about this is if you're looking to spend just a little bit more money, for a higher quality, temp probe thermometer.
Thank you for the follow, Miss Terry or Mr. Terry.
It has a 10-year warranty. It is an instant read digital thermometer, meaning as soon as you put it into the meat that you're cooking, you're not waiting a few seconds to get an accurate read. It'll be ready within a second. And one of the other nice things about this, I wish I could show you, but the digital display flips when you turn it one way or another. So it doesn't matter which side or direction you're using it, you're always going to get it facing you the correct way. You can also hold it, and it'll hold the temperature that you are reading. So you can pull it out of the meat and look at what the temperature was if you don't want to just hold it there and take a quick read. And we've been using this since the beginning of the summer or spring. Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't have it in the box.
Show that it fits in the stocking.
I will show it fits in the stocking.
They can see that it fits in there. So
and I will say,
if
you're looking for, for a stocking stuffer, if you're looking for a meat thermometer, a stick meat thermometer, again, a little bit higher quality, a little bit nicer gift. Thermopro makes a bunch of nice ones, but this is by far the best that they do make.
Well, and I prefaced when we first started, and I know we've got a lot of new viewers just right now, but everything that we're going over tonight is also just a great gift, right? These are just great gifts to give, your father-in-law, your husband, the mailman. I don't know how much you spend on your mailman. If you have a male teacher that you're giving to, it doesn't have to be male. I know plenty of women who are grilling every single meal.
Look at the quality. It has that.
It's very nice.
And it comes with its own tiny screwdriver to be able to help.
I'm not sure why you judge things by having its own tiny screwdriver. It's kind of funny to me.
Hey,
I've heard
you got to have something that, they give you everything you need. It's not like you have to have your own screwdriver to change a battery. They give you what you need. It's a nice box. You can
like
keep
that
it
it's
in
convenient.
Yeah.
It has everything that you need in one place. You don't have to go looking for it, which is why it's a great gift. Or stocking stuffer. All right, the next item is something that I have actually put in stockings for about 2 or 3 years now. This is called a Clippa 2. It's a ring just like this. It comes in multiple different colors. This can be gifted to anyone. So if somebody's going to the gym all the time and they need to be able to hang their gym up out of the way, or you have a kid that plays baseball or softball or something and they need to hang their bag up on the fence, right? If you have a purse or a backpack and you travel a lot, these are specifically good for that, because I cannot stand being in an airport and then you go into the bathroom and there's nowhere to hang any of your 1,000 bags that you have on. I normally have a purse, I have my backpack, I have my rolling bag, and there's nowhere to put any of it to try and go to the bathroom. I do not put my things down on the floor anywhere that I go. And so this, all you do, this stays on whatever purse I'm carrying at the moment. You simply open one side of it and it hooks on anything. I typically hook it over the bathroom door so that everything is hanging up that way. It holds a whole lot of weight. That's why I said even those like baseball bags or soccer bags, it'll still hold those as well. My mom, I gifted this to her, I think 2 Christmases ago in her stocking. She sends me pictures every time she's out eating somewhere with her purse like hanging on the side of the table. And she's like, thank you so much for this. It's so wonderful. Especially when you don't have a chair to go put your bag down in and things like that. So this has been, and it comes in a square box. So it does.
Do you have it highlighted?
Oh, sorry. I do not have it highlighted. Thank you. It comes in a little square box, not much bigger than this. So of course it fits into a stocking. This one I think is kind of the bronzy one. I gave my mom the gold one. I myself probably have 3 of these because I will have one on my purse. I will have one on my backpack. I used to have one on a baby bag. Anytime I would go to museums and things with my kids, instead of taking my bag off and throwing it on the floor, I always hung it on whatever chair or table or wall, whatever was around me where I could hang it so that it stays off the floor so that it doesn't get dirty. I scrolled way ahead. Another item that I'm going to be going over right before we cut back over to Joe are these guys. And so all of my Lily Pulitzer lovers, if you're tuned in tonight from social media, these might be of interest to you. These are the Lily earbuds pods. I'm not sure if you call them buds, pods. It shows you earbuds. It shows you when you open it up right here on the screen. Obviously mine needs to be charged. It shows you right here how much charge you have. This stays in my travel bag at all times. You can talk through these. Obviously you can hear through these. They work with my Android. They also work with my iPad, so they work with both, which is why it's so great for me. And anytime I'm on the go and I have meetings, I'll just leave these in. Joe has sat through many of lunches with me listening to things and phone calls that I'm on. You can stay on mute on these and just listen. You can also talk back and forth. I have 2 sets of these because they are some of my favorite pods. And yes, even this larger box will fit into, where'd my stocking go? Into a stocking. Voila. Right on down in there. So if you have someone who really likes Lily Pulitzer, this might be a great option. All right, Joe's going to go over his favorite now.
All right, or if you're a guy who doesn't want Lily Pulitzer.
Are you trying to say guys don't like these? They're fun colors.
I've been using the Apple AirPods for probably 3 or 4 years now. I never thought I would want little ones that kind of fit in your ear. I was worried they would fall out and, I'd lose them because, they're not the cheapest thing in the world. I'd always use the wired earbuds or a larger pair of over the top, kind of Bluetooth headphones. It's very easy to pair with your phone. There's a little white button on the back that you press and it'll turn a little light up here, white, and you can pair it with your phone. They're small, they're comfortable, they'll fit in your ear. One of the nice things you can do is set them up on your phone so that when you double tap them, I can double tap on my right ear and it'll either start a song or stop a song, start a phone call or stop a phone call. And the left one I have kind of to skip, to kind of the next song if I don't want to listen to that. So there's different functions you can set it up. So you don't really have to go into your phone to do something. You can just tap on them and it does it for you. I'd say you get, when you start off, you might get 4 or 5 hours, to a charge. I've been using these quite a bit. So now I think I only get, 2 to 3 hours on a charge. But the base stays charged for a long time and it doesn't take very long once you put them in here for them to recharge. So you're not going to be waiting very long. So I've just used them recently. Like I said, I was in New York. I used them on a flight there and back while in the airport. Didn't need to recharge them at all. So,
my niece wants these really, really bad. And of course, my brother's like, I'm not going to pay that much for those for her. But I will tell you all, we're not allowed to say prices on Amazon because a lot of times the price will change. And then people are watching this on demand later. They might see a different price.
But it does look like they're on deal at the time of live stream.
At the time of our live stream, it does say that there is a % off on those. All right. The next item I'm going to go over, I've gone over a couple of times on, live stream before. This is, I believe it's pronounced Avane. This is a retinol. So this has the niacinamide, a hyaluronic acid, and then bakuchiol in it. So bakuchiol is a plant-based retinol. I started using this along with a vitamin C serum that also had salicylic acid in it with this every day and every night, aside from what I used to use, because I wanted to try some new things and I had heard really great things about this brand. And I'd also heard really great things about bakuchiol as opposed to your traditional retinol formulations. I can honestly say I have this on subscription now, and yes, it fits into a stocking. It comes in a box that's just a little bit larger than this, so yes, it will fit down in here. Because I really, really liked the way that this made my skin look and feel after using it for about probably a week and a half, I kind of fell in love. From then on, I just put it on subscription because I cannot be without this stuff. Yes, I have tried some other things like the snail mucin stuff, But I will say that this has kind of been my tried and true. So if you are looking to give something that is skincare related, especially for someone who's looking for something that's more plant-based, but wants the results of retinol as well, then this might be something that they would like to try. On the other hand, since I was, in my 20s, I would say if you're looking for something that is a brand that you have heard of, that's been around for a very long time, this is a retinol correction. This is your traditional retinol from Rock. And what's nice about these is that they do come in these little tiny little capsules right here. So it's keeping that retinol or vitamin A separate and from hitting the air. And then also when you're kind of reaching down in here to get something out, you're not contaminating it. And it has exactly how much you should use in each one of these little capsules, which is really nice. It's also very small, and yes, it fits into a stocking. It does come in a small box, like a little gold box. It does have a % off at the time of my live stream. I got this one, aside from using some other ones that came in a little blue capsule from a different brand. I will honestly say that I've seen probably the same results from these as the others that were much more expensive. And so this for me is my new kind of tried and true for the solid retinol, aside from my Avane product that I use. But I only use these maybe twice a week. And I will also use that all the way down, like even on my chest and neck as well. So if you have someone who's into skincare, here you go. All right, the next item is one of my favorite items, but Joe does have it on his side.
Yeah, and if you've watched us before, you know we love our Tushy bidets that we have on our toilets. But Jen decided she just couldn't live on vacation or traveling without one. So
it's hard. So you know what? I'm going to address it. So, when you have a bidet on every toilet in your house, and then you go travel and you're at a hotel or you're at your mom's house and there's not one there, you miss it. And you're like, wait a minute, I don't like this. So that's where this comes in.
The Tushy travel bidet.
Yes.
And I'm just going to show you guys, how it works. It's clean, by the way.
Yeah.
It pulls out, and then you can unscrew the top.
Fill it with water.
Trying to get it all out. Fill it with water. Pop it back on. It does have a rubberized fitting, so you're not going to get anything spilling out. You can kind of hear it. And essentially you put it where you need to, squeeze, and you'll get a jet of water where you need to as well. Once you're done and it's dried out,
close it back up.
Close it back up. It's got like a little accordion type bottle, so it's going to fit into a smaller space.
Here's the thing. You guys saw my two kids that came in here earlier. When we go on road trips or we're on an airplane, that second one that came in here, that little one, I don't know what I'm going to get sometimes with her. And sometimes I might not have a giant bag of wet wipes on me, and I might not want to go through an entire bag of wet wipes to get everything off of her. So I can just go fill that up. I can squeeze it. It washes it all off of her. We can be on our way. For me too, though, when we went to London, I had this filled and sitting on the back of the toilet just because I'm used to, instead of wiping mud off of my hands, I would rather wash mud off of my hands, right? And that's the kind of the theory behind this. I just really like washing it off than being on my way. And that's just me.
She's using a metaphor.
I'm using a metaphor.
It wasn't really mud she was washing off.
I think they got it. Thanks, Joe. Thank you guys for the follow, by the way. But for travel purposes, that actually stays in my purse at all times now, just because of the two kids. I mean, I have a pop-up. We've gone over it before on Amazon Live. I have a pop-up little kids toilet in my car even. Yeah, I'm going to wash stuff off of them, wipe them real quick and go. I'm not going to sit there and spend 20 minutes trying to wipe stuff off of them, especially when it's easier. And that is one of the top deals on Amazon today. Just so that you guys know. Joe makes fun of me for some of my products that are my favorites, but I don't care. He'll get over it one day. The next item I'm going to go over is something that obviously I've used for a very long time. I've gone over this multiple times on Amazon. When I was pregnant, I was looking for an aluminum-free deodorant that actually worked. If you guys have gone through this before, then you might have also gone through some aluminum-free deodorants that didn't work, just like I did. This was one for me that did. This is aluminum-free, it's baking soda-free, it's paraben-free. This is more of a cream. So I have coconut right here. I know that they also have a new scent out. I think it's lavender something that I would like to try. But this is a deodorant lotion. So you can use this anywhere on your entire body, not just underneath your arms. So if you sweat behind your knees, because sometimes I do if I'm at Disney, then you can put this behind your knees. It goes on clear, it rubs in clear. They also come in tubes as well, but I'm a fan of the deodorant stick myself. They also come in different kinds of sets. You guys can see it is an actual cream or lotion that comes out. I really personally love the, I'll put it on and rub it in so you guys can see. I personally really love the coconut one. It is a little bit thicker, and as you can see, that rubbed in perfectly clear. What's also really nice about this, because this is just me, right? When I put deodorant on that's not clear like this, and then I go to put my shirt on, I get the deodorant like all down the sides of my clothes, and then I'm trying to go find like pantyhose to kind of rub it and try to get it off, and it's just a huge hot mess. I would much rather use something that works, that keeps me from sweating in all areas, all folds, all over my entire body. It smells nice, and then it also does not get off on my clothes. Important. This is pronounced hickey. I used to call it hikey. Personally, I kind of think hikey would be better, but it is hickey, and they do have, I think, vanilla, lavender, coconut. They also have unscented if you don't like scented anything, but it is a whole body deodorant, and it works. It also fits down into stockings, just like that, just so you guys can see. All right, the next few items that I'm going to go over very quickly are kind of lip products, lip related, I think. Yes, they are. The first one that I'm going to go over is from Kosas. This is a plump and juicy collagen lip booster. It's for day and night, so it is can be a nighttime treatment. I put this on my lips at night and then go to sleep just so they can kind of get that collagen boost. My youngest also really loves this. She loves the way that it kind of feels on her lips, so I will let her put this on her lips just to kind of protect it from, cold weather, things like that. I am a big fan of this. It stays in my purse at all times. Some other items, and I got to scoot this closer to me because I feel like it got away from me here. Another item, I'm going to show you a couple of the different ones. They are from the Winky Lux collections. So thank you for the follow, Julie, Angelica, Amazon customer, because it doesn't tell me your name. The Winky Lux has multiple different ones. The one that I have highlighted right now is called Unicorn. And you're going to see when I pull this out that there's kind of a pinky color on the end there. When you put this clear Winky Lux on your skin, it's going to turn the perfect color pink for you. These are pH balanced lipsticks, so they go on whatever color matches your body's pH. So there's also one that's called Amethyst. If you open what I have highlighted right now, you'll be able to see it. This is my oldest daughter's favorite, basically because it's purple. When you put this on, you can also see that it turns a color specific to my pH, my body's pH and my body's coloring. Here's the one that is watermelon. This is the one that I used all summer long, if you can't tell. Put that one on as well so that you guys can see what those look like against my skin. So these last two, both the Amethyst and the watermelon, kind of turned out the same color. It's almost like a purpley, I would say like a purpley pink. And then the Unicorn is a little bit lighter pink. These are really great for your lips. So it's a pH lip balm. So this is also lip balm for the winter as well. And kids love these. They come in little boxes that are pretty colorful, and you can kind of put these down in here as well. If you have some teenagers that you're gifting to, all the way up, honestly, any age. I feel like these would be great for any age, even small kids, just because it is a pH lip balm and they could have a lot of fun with it. The next item, and I know Joe's getting bored over there. He's like, when is it my turn again?
Soon. The answer is soon.
Okay. I love lipstick too. I am a very big, like, full-on color lipstick. This is the Super Lustrous set. It is a multi-finish in here. So you have the satin, you have the matte, and it says, I didn't know that Revlon was America's #1 lip brand, but I know why, right? I have so many lipsticks upstairs. I mean, I have some lipsticks that I'm embarrassed to say how much I paid for them. Joe has bought me some of those that are super uber expensive like that. I do use them, but I do also find myself always going back to Revlon just because they go on very smooth. They have really nice color. They stay on. They don't like smear, like bleed, you know, like into anywhere. And this set is just really, really nice if you want to give somebody kind of a selection. So earlier on that Discovery set, we were talking about gifting people things so that they can try them all, figure out what color's nice for them. And so if you have someone who's really looking to see what kind of red or mauve type color would be good for them, this might be a great set to put over into their stocking. I would gift this to my grandmother, to my mom, to my mother-in-law, to myself. I'm gifting it to myself right now, just so you guys know. And there is a % off on this at the time of our live stream. All right, now it's Joe's turn. You're on.
Back to something everybody can enjoy.
Everyone.
Apple AirTags. We've been using these for a few years now, 2-3 years. We've used them for travels, like Jen said. We've been to London. I used them recently when I went to New York for work. You can get them personalized to kind of show you. I got a little like Space Invader guy on mine along with my initials. You know, this particular one I think I've had for year and a half, and I haven't had to replace the battery yet. Now they work with the Find My app, you know, on the Apple products.
Oh, my iPad went off the whole time I was gone. Like, yeah. There's an AirTag traveling with you.
Yes. And she probably saw mine as well, you know, because that's probably on there on hers. Mm-hmm. You know, they look like they're on some sort of percentage off right now. And the thing is, if you're worried you're going to lose this, they do have things like this where you can pop, you know, the AirTag in, clip it in. In this case, I'm going to clip it in like this because you can use it for like a handle on your bag. Mm-hmm. Or if you're worried you're going to lose it inside your luggage and it might fall out, I have it in this little like kind of, you know, bag attachment. And I even put it in my suitcase like this because I'm worried if I open the suitcase too quickly and it flies out.
Well, or if TSA opens your bag, it could fly out.
But what I will say is every time I left my room and this was still in the bag because I had a carry-on.
You left your bag behind.
I would get it within minutes of leaving the hotel room, if not less. I would get once I passed that range, I would get you've left it behind. Mm-hmm. And so it does work. We were just nervous when we've traveled before because we saw all like the things going on with the airlines losing luggage. So we bought these and we felt a little bit better every time we've checked bags.
Yeah, right before we went to London was that huge story about how Heathrow Airport was just like full of everyone's baggage and everyone was trying to figure it out and people were trying to track their baggage like, no, I can tell you exactly where my baggage is because here's my AirTag telling me that it's there. Yeah. And they're like, no, your bag's not here. So we're kind of control freaks a little bit, but we like to know where our bags are. And also for Joe, if I have one of those on and we get separated, then it's easier for you to find me, right? Okay, the next item that I'm going to go over is something that I gifted to my mother, I think last Valentine's Day. This is from Bling Sting. This is it looks like a little, honestly, almost like a little perfume holder. I keep this in my purse. I think my mom might keep it in her purse or her car. I am going to show you guys how you use this because it is... Obviously, you have to keep it away from children. You can turn it on as a flashlight, first of all, which is what a lot of people probably think this is. It does charge, just so you guys know. But this is actually a taser. So nobody's gonna mess with me because
Stun gun, not taser.
well, I say taser. Stun gun. I say taser. Is it really a stun? I mean, I know it's a stun gun, but
a taser's actually going to shoot out at you.
I use them like interchangeably, I guess.
A stun gun, you actually have to touch somebody with.
Nobody's going to be touching me as long as I got this. I'm telling you that right now. But it's really kind of cool. It's very sparkly, obviously, from Bling Sting. They have the one that you can buy just this by itself. They also have a set that has a little tiny like pepper spray that you can put on a keychain, which is the set I got my mom. And then it also has a heart-shaped like alarm, right? That just sounds really, really loud. She also has that as well because my mom travels a lot. She's here upstairs baking turkey cookies upstairs with my kiddos. But, you know, I get nervous about her driving by herself a lot, especially the long distances that she does. And so things like this are just a really nice little, where'd my stocking go? Stocking stuffer. It does come in a small, you know, box that fits around this, but it does also fit down into a stocking, and they fit down into like kind of the side pouches of all of my purses as well. It does say at the time of my live stream that there's a % off on these little Bling Stings right here. But let's move on over into Joe's.
Back over to me.
Back to you.
The Paladone Hogwarts Harry Potter playing cards.
I love these.
So they do come with this kind of nice, you know, foil tin right here.
I like that.
You know, with the Hogwarts crest on it. So if you guys do like playing, you know, poker, blackjack, whatever it may be, you know, you got a nice little playing card deck in tin. The kids love Harry Potter.
Your dad does too.
You know, it's a great option if you're looking for the Harry Potter fan. And again, it does fit in a stocking.
And so a little backstory. This was supposed to be in your part of your dad's Christmas gift. Your children came over and immediately removed it. They're like, no, this is mine. I'm like, no, it's supposed to go to Grandpa Jerry. And they're like, no, he does not need these. This is mine. So I figure I'll let Joe decide kind of who's going to get to keep these, because at this point it's in limbo because everyone wants it. So that just kind of tells you it can go to someone who's 65 or it can go to someone who's 6. So it meets a wide range of gifting possibilities. All right, the next item that I'm going to go over are these bracelets. So these, I say Pavoy. I might be horribly, horribly wrong, but I've had these bracelets for years now. So this one right here that I'm showing you guys is the one that is gold. Let me hold this one over here. This one is the one that is gold. So this is the solid gold. This is the one that's just a little bit bigger. And then of course this one next to it is the rose gold, just so that you can kind of see the difference between the two colors. I typically have a watch on and then I have a tennis bracelet on next to my watch. That's kind of my style. That's what I like to wear. It gives it just a little bit of bling. And these are really great prices. So I have these. I don't have silver, but I do have them in gold and rose gold. And I just really like to kind of dress things up a little bit with a little bit of sparkle from these bracelets. I like to gift these as well. So I was going to gift these to my girlfriend that went on a trip with me down to the Lily Pulitzer Pink Retreat down in Palm Beach. And then I forgot to gift it to her while we were there, and so I ended up bringing them home, and I'm like, oh well, I wear them all the time myself anyway. So I just feel like these are very, very pretty for kind of all ages. So they're not so expensive that if you gift them to a little child, you know, and they lose it, that you're going to get super crazy mad about it. And same for an adult as well. Joe was going to buy me a tennis bracelet that was like this, real, not long ago, and I just kind of said, you know what, let me get some of these and see how often I actually wear them before you just go on a full shebang buying something like that. But I do really, really love these, and they sparkle a lot and they look really nice on. I also get a lot of people asking me where I got them every time I have them. The next two items I'm going to go over are also something that I get a lot of questions and comments about, and people asking like, hey, where did you get that? Where's it from? Let me make sure that I'm not gonna tear my whole setup here. Okay, this is the bracelet that I got right here. I wear this a lot, like a whole lot. It keeps focusing on me instead of the bracelet. It's very, very shiny, very, very sparkly. I layer this typically with another also from the same brand. When you open up this listing page, you're going to see from Tawiki, you're going to see multiple different styles of their, of course I drop it on the floor, multiple different styles of their necklaces that they have. And this is 2 that are on that same listing page. So this one right here has just kind of like a little rectangle right there in the middle. And then this one is one that's a little bit longer. And I typically do wear these together in kind of a layer. So I will always have this one up a little higher and then this one down a little bit lower. But overall, let me see if I can get it to show on this one. Overall, I just really think that these are both very, very pretty, very, very sparkly, and they're great for the holidays as well. Okay, my screen went off, so I got to see what's next. Well, the very next item is very, very simple because I have them in right now. These are my pearl earrings that I wear obviously all the time. I leave these in a lot. They're also from the same brand as well. These are just something that I really enjoy. I think I lost one set not long ago, so I had to repurchase them again, but they're very, very easy to wear, very, very pretty. I've had no problems with them as far as like ear infection or anything like that, which for me is saying something, because if I wear, I don't know, like if I go to a store and I buy a set of earrings, a lot of times I'll have a lot of problems with those. These I do not. That's why I wear these constantly all the time. This set that's right here that I've highlighted is the ones in the box. These are my newest and most recent. I have not worn them yet because I plan to wear them over the holidays, but it is a gold kind of twisted set. So it looks like a rope when you're wearing them. And I just think that all of these are really great little gifts to give, right? So this one, you clip it in, so there's no back to it that you have to put on. It clips into itself, and then it hangs down and looks like a little gold rope. So I think these are really, really cute. I will probably end up gifting these to my mother in her stocking as well. Because obviously, let me put that back in here. You can see the box that they all come in does fit into a stocking. So I'm going to make sure that I show that to everybody tonight. All right, Joe, you are on.
Back to me with the Dr. Squatch All Natural Wood Barrel Bourbon Soap.
My favorite.
It is her favorite. Now let me talk to you a little bit about just the Dr. Squatch soap in general. For the longest time, I was using kind of that liquid body wash soap that you just use for your hair and body.
You have no hair.
And often, I'd come out a little bit splotchy from the shower, itchy.
Dry skin.
I had seen, and if you've seen their ads, they are hilarious. I had seen this and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and order it. I don't think at the time it was available on Amazon, so I had to order it from their website, which again, you don't get the shipping you get with Amazon, which is great, right, especially around the holiday time. But I've tried just about every type of soap they have, every scent that they sell, including a lot of the special editions they have out. And I can tell you, there's nothing that we've hated.
There isn't.
There's nothing we hated. There's some that we've liked the scents better than the others, which is like this one and a handful of others. But I would strongly recommend this to anybody who has, sensitive skin, or who wants a soap that's just going to have them smelling really good all day long, and it's not overpowering.
Joe likes to smell good all day long. Did you guys hear that? So,
and depending on, what you want, they have ones with different levels of grit. They have no grit, light grit, medium grit, heavy grit. If you're looking to exfoliate your skin a little bit more, and, you're not going to come out of the feeling splotchier. What's, I guess, even better, and one of the things that I said to her when I first used this soap, is that I don't feel like that greasy feeling sometimes you get from the liquid soaps when you're done. You
like
feel, you feel clean when you come out of the shower.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like that's how you tried this years ago.
Yeah.
Because you were looking for something like, okay, this obviously what I'm using
And
is
I've
not
tried
working.
other high-end bar soaps that are all natural, she has not liked the smells of any of them.
No.
I did not like the way, they kind of felt the same way, so we always came back.
I said, why are you not still buying your Dr. Squatch? He's like, well, because
I've been using it for a year or two. I want to see if I should try anything else, but the bottom line is...
If it works, it works, and you stick with it.
It is the best of the bar soaps. And I've tried more expensive soaps than this for bar soaps. I've tried cheaper soaps. The cheaper soaps I've tried immediately went in the garbage because they were awful. So yeah, you can't go wrong with this. I promise you. And it's not just for guys. You know, you can try the different scents. For the ladies out there.
And they do have a liquid soap too. If you're just a liquid soap person, Dr. Squatch does have liquid as well, because you got some for me that I really liked that I was using with my big
hair
poof.
soap. They do have the different types of hair soaps, and I think like hand soap too. They do make toothpaste now. They have deodorant. They have a deodorant that's the same scent as the wood barrel bourbon. Barrel bourbon.
I feel like that's what we need to give Uncle Dennis.
And one of the other things they do make is they make a cube now, a giant cube. So you do have different options you can get. There are different sets, like we've had. I think was it the Jurassic Park set before that Amazon was selling.
And then you had didn't you have Batman
and Star Wars.
There's a Harry Potter set out right now.
Harry Potter. Everybody's doing Harry Potter right now.
Everybody's doing Harry Potter right now.
I strongly recommend this to anybody who's looking for a soap that's not going to leave them feeling like they have a film on them when they're done. You're going to feel clean. You're going to smell great.
Or if you have someone who's really into that wood barrel bourbon smell,
it's awesome.
There you go. Which is why I was wondering, maybe we should give Uncle Dennis some of that.
All right.
All right, your next item. Go for it.
I think it's my last item for me for the day. And you guys have seen me talk about these since I got a Kamado Joe grill.
Years.
I have the Classic 2, by the way. These are the fire starters that they sell, from Kamado Joe as well. Again, love Amazon just because the fact that, being a Prime member, you can get these within a couple of days. And... if you're running low, you can always get more. So I'm going to show you guys what they look like. I have only 3 left in here right now, but there's these little cubes that you kind of break off. They're kind of a cardboard and kind of a wax combination. It's nothing that's harmful, so that's why we get them. It doesn't matter that you're going to be using them. It's not going to be anything harmful in your food. And they work instantly. It says you could use 1 to 2. I've never had to use more than 1 at a time to light the grill or smoker, depending on what you're using. And they're fantastic. We've used them pretty routinely from the beginning.
Does it fit in the stocking?
Of course it fits in the stocking.
Well, we're showing them that everything fits in the stocking
Everything fits in a standard stocking. Now, this is a standard stocking. If you've seen ours, they're about this wide, and they have 2 little elf feet on the bottom, so you can fit extra stuff in those.
You can fit extra stuff. We like to do the extra stuff. That's just us, though. All right, the next, the next 3 items that I'm going to go over are for hair care, just because I have personally found in previous years of putting stockings together for people. Earlier, I said skincare is one of the top 3 least returned items. That's just consumer metrics that have gone out for years. Another thing that typically does not get returned is hair care products. Typically because people are like, well, you know what? I've never used it before. I'll give it a shot. I'll try it. And at least they're going to try it. One thing that I will tell you, if you're going to give someone that is phenomenal, is the K18. This is a leave-in molecular repair hair mask. You do not need much of it at all. This is basically going to be something that they're going to use probably once or twice a week, and it's just going to help the integrity of their hair in general. Since my hair was completely fried, all of the ends down here, I've been using the K18 regularly, and I've seen a huge difference in my hair kind of coming back to life. So that's something to definitely consider. Another item that is really, really good, and my children also love it because they love how it smells, is from IGK, and it's called Good Behavior. This is a protein smoothing spray. So it is a keratin-like treatment. It gives you a 24-hour frizz control, and it also gives you heat protection on your hair as well. So anytime I'm going to be curling my girl's hair for any reason, or we're going to be going outside and it's going to be raining, things like that, I will use this good behavior on their hair, and it is excellent, and it smells really good as well. Another smaller item that can fit into a stocking is from Nutri. I've gone over this a couple of times, and this is a booster reconstructor hair kind of ampule. And this is also something that people could use a couple times a month or week, depending on the integrity of their hair. It is just a small little conditioning kind of oil treatment. And yes, it is gold inside of here. And it just makes your hair kind of shiny, look healthier, things like that. And so things like this that are kind of good for anybody who has hair. Obviously, I would not put these in Joe's stocking because Joe doesn't have hair. But anyone who does have hair and they really like hair care products, then I feel like all three of these are really great options, and they all fit into the stocking. Another item that's really good if you know that they do not have one is this hair scalp massager. This one is a wooden scalp massager, so it has a little more kind of integrity to it. It's really great to use these on your hair when it's dry. Honestly, even if you're kind of having a little bit of a headache or you're feeling kind of some tightness just in the back of your scalp, you can take this and rub all around on your hair. I recently saw on some of the hair training professionals, you know, originally I was using this in the shower as I was shampooing to really get in there. And then I also saw people said to use this as well on your dry scalp before you go into shampoo to go ahead and kind of break everything up. It feels excellent on your head. It also fits down into a stocking, and it's a really, really great, honestly, great quality. And at the time of our live stream, it has a nice % off, which is always nice, right? Okay, we are going to talk a little bit more about our sponsor tonight, which is Little Giggles. I do want to mention 2 additional products of theirs that are something that we're going to be trying. The last one is anyway. So if you are gifting and putting together a stocking for someone who is pregnant or trying to get pregnant, of course, this is the Mother's Morning Sickness Suckers. I can tell you when I was pregnant with both of my girls, I was sick not just in the morning, I was sick all day long, all day long, all night long. And so I typically was trying to find like little hard candies, something that I could suck on to try and like help that a lot. And I really, really wish that I would have had these during both of those pregnancies so that I would have had something to really help with that. These are medicated for temporary relief of morning sickness, but they are homeopathic, just so that you are aware. This is the one that we're going to be trying. I know that a lot of people are going to be traveling over the holidays and for the holidays, both in the car as well as on airplanes. This is the Kids Travel Sickness Suckers. Again, just a few licks and they get the full dose. These are homeopathic medicated lollipops for temporary relief of nausea. They have multiple different flavors. If you have children who are a little funny about their flavors, you saw ours down here earlier, picking through what they wanted to try. This is the cherry flavor just because our kiddos really like that, but it is for motion sickness and nausea. What I also really like about suckers like this, if you're traveling on a plane, is just like it is good for adults and it hurts our ears as the plane is taking off and also landing. Think about that on littles, especially during the winter and holiday seasons when they might already be a little stuffed up. You're going to want them sucking on something that's going to help with them not getting sick and also their ears hurting. So this Kids Travel Sickness from Little Giggles might be a great option for that as well. Remember that while we are live, there is a 10% promo code on all of our Little Giggles. Joe has some over by him as well. I'm going to have him hold those up so that everybody can see them. When you click on any of our Little Giggles that are featured, you will be able to see at the very top, it will say visit the Little Giggles store. So if you click there, you will see everything that they have to offer. The promo code on tonight's live stream is good on everything in their entire store. You can use that on any of those. If you're watching this on demand, please check over into our chat to see if you can find the code for the % off on these. If you cannot for some reason, please contact me. You'll see a way to contact me in just a few moments, and I will make sure that you can get that. Make sure that you tap that claim button on the 10% off for all the little giggles. And Joe and I will see you all next time. Thank you, everybody. Bye.